How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Salamander Wilds. And in today's video, I'm going to be looking for a species of salamander that I have not found before. So here's hoping this trip will be the one. And yeah, there's just a lot to see here. It's really beautiful here, as you can tell. Just very scenic, nice mountain trails and streams. So this is my ideal place to go out. So I'm hoping to find a northern spring salamander today. So I'm making my way to a stream that I have been to once before, but last time I was there I didn't find anything except for, I think it was just one pickerel frog, which was very odd because the stream is just so pristine looking, and to not even see any salamander larvae, not even two-lined, I thought it was very strange. So I'm going to check it out again. I do know northern spring salamanders have been sighted around here, so that's what I'm doing today. And I actually just scoped out a vernal pool, and there's some salamander larvae in there, so that's really cool. I think they're spotted. Jefferson salamanders are here. This place is actually very close by. It's actually on the same road where I did volunteer work earlier in the year for those Jefferson and spotted salamanders. Let's get into it. Enough rambling. And if you enjoy the video, please remember to leave a like, share, comment down below, please subscribe, and don't forget to check out the description below for the links to the Salamander Wilds Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. Let's get into it, and maybe I'll include some of that footage of the larva at the end because it's pretty cool stuff. So here we go. This stream that I'm trying to make my way to, I'm telling you, when you guys see it, it just looks so beautiful. You know, you would think there should be something in that stream, but there was not a single thing, and I mean nothing. So I don't really understand. You know, maybe it's just a sign of decline in overall species in the area. You know, could very well be, but I'm hoping there's something there. Now, I've also been here when it rains, and it is, you know, probably gonna be a crazy thing to say. Rainy weather is kind of my favorite weather, if I'm being really honest, and hopefully not weird at all, but that is always, you know, great amphibian weather, right? And especially the rain brings out my favorite animal, eastern newts, and there are a ton of eastern newt red Fs here. I couldn't believe when I came here how many there were. So, you know, too bad it's not raining today, but, you know, that's okay, because I actually may have ended up making my earlier footage with the spotted salamander larva maybe more difficult. So I'm glad I got some clear footage. And you know, while I'm here, I'm gonna flip some things on the way. If I get anything interesting, we'll get it on camera. Nothing. Also nothing. Ooh, what's that? That is... oh, that's a slimy, I think. Okay, that is a very great find for me, so let's get some really nice footage of you. I'm surprised you're not at all skittish and trying to get away, because typically they don't stick around that long. Come on, look at that face. How could you not love that cute little face? It's just actually really interesting to see those white spots, how tiny they are right now, because when the salamander gets bigger... oh, he's looking now, he's paying attention. Yeah, this is how they normally act. Just like that. Just not as delayed, so he'll probably run off soon, but got some good photos
some great footage, and I'm glad to know that these guys are here, because they're definitely not the most common salamanders. We compare other lungless salamanders in the area.
Yeah, so this has been actually really productive already, because 2 totally different salamanders, right? We had one lungless, one ambystoma, completely different, very diverse already, and that to me is actually really incredible. I already kind of had a feeling about that vernal pool before, when I've come here the first time, and I just wasn't able to scope it out. So since my suspicions were correct, you know, that's always really, really awesome to verify those sort of things. And so now I know to come back to check on them later. You know, with that all said, we're actually here at the stream I was talking about, and just, you know, I don't think I was exaggerating when I said this is just very scenic, very beautiful. You know, look at all this moss, you know, this crystal clear water, and I don't know, I just think this is absolutely incredible. I love this. So we're gonna look for salamanders. Fingers crossed there's plenty to flip over here, but you know, we'll see what happens. I want to make my way upstream and see if there's anything up there. Nothing. Under here. Like, normally when you flip something over this big, there is usually something just kind of squirming around to get away. And oh, finally. Hello. I saw that. Where are you? Where are you? Ah, it got away. That was that was a 2-line salamander. Not really sure if I got that on camera. We'll just have to see when I review during editing, and you know, hopefully it was just within frame, because you know, that thing got away pretty quickly. I didn't even see it when I flipped over the logs, so you know, we'll just have to see. But I'm glad that I finally found something in the stream. I did find something else. Not a salamander, but a really, really, really incredible frog that I don't normally get to see. I've got myself here in my hand, and we're gonna try to make sure it doesn't get away. That, my friends, that is a cricket frog. Look how amazing that is. Hi there. Right on my arm, but I want to get some proper footage and photos of you, so I don't want you to get away. Let me try to get set up here, and we're gonna get a really, really nice close-up look of this beautiful frog. Look at that. That is so incredible. That, my friends, is a cricket frog. And if you look at the back, towards the top of the head, there's some like brownish orange coloration up there. And I've seen that coloration vary with even green. I'll admit, I don't know enough about these, but I do know them when I see them. So I'm very, very happy to have found this little fella, because they are not a common find in my area at all. But I mean, just look at the stripes on the body there. Very reminiscent of a chorus frog. You know, I've never actually been able to get a good look at one of these cricket frogs up close, but I have found these in the past. It's actually been quite a few years since I've seen another one of these in person, so I'm actually very, very excited about this. You know, I love salamanders, but frogs aren't too far behind. You know, amphibians are truly incredible animals altogether, and I need to start brushing up on my frogs more so that I can tell you guys more when I do find them. I would also say that bumpy, sort of warty, almost
warty texture that this cricket frog has is a pretty big giveaway, and you know, in comparison to a chorus frog. Let's keep going. Does that move? That's gonna be. Oh! I saw that. That was definitely a larva. What kind? What kind? That's the question. I think it was two-lined. Oh, I see you. Oh, what is that? Hold up. That's different. That is different. What is that? Okay. Oh, I see you. What are you? You're gonna go hide, aren't you? Oh, another two-lined right here. Okay, so we got a few larvae in here. Let's get some footage of larvae. We're gonna take a peek underwater. Upon submerging under this isolated pool in the stream, a larval two-line salamander could be seen, and its coloration allowing it to even blend in the loose sediment of the stream bed. But even with this larval coloration, we're still able to see the segmented black lines going down the back, which is where this animal gets its name. And just like other aquatic larval salamanders, we're able to see the external feathery gills and paddle-like tail that makes these two-line salamander larvae suitable for the flowing streams that they inhabit. We're also able to see coloration varying amongst individual larvae in this species, from the much lighter individual that we just saw to this darker two-line salamander. But even on this darker one, we can still see the segmented black lines that will eventually form the solid lines that we see on adults. After a few minutes, I was finally able to see that darker salamander larva that caught my attention. And it turns out I was able to locate a northern dusky salamander larva. However, this one wasn't too keen on staying put for very long. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any others, and this one stayed hidden after it got away. But there were still plenty of other two-line salamander larvae to get some nice close-ups. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna wrap up here. I think this was a pretty successful trip today. You know, I didn't find the northern spring like I was hoping, but I found, I think, about a total of 8 different species. Some frogs and toads I didn't get on video, but you know, for seeing so many different animals today, so many different amphibians in particular, right? I mean, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that, especially getting those underwater shots of the two-line salamander, and even that dusky. So, you know, that's something I've never been able to do before. And actually, with that said, I'm gonna show all of you what it is that I'm using to do that. All right, so flip my camera around. Here's my bag that I'm using to carry everything. And this is what we got going on here. So, check this out. This is an underwater phone case, Joby brand. This thing is pretty serious. You can take this thing diving, and this little membrane on the back, you just unlock this here, and you can flip this open, insert the phone, and you know, just make sure you have your phone actually unlocked. And it works with a touch screen while your phone is in the case with this membrane. So I'm able to get, you know, my video, my photos while using this underwater, which is really cool. And this nice dome lens here, I mean, this thing really makes such a huge difference in the way that I'm able to get up, you know, close and personal with these salamanders. And you could take some really cool shots. So like half out of water, half underwater. Some really great wide angle shots that you could do with this thing. So, you know, it's made a huge difference in the way that I can record
and take photos, especially, given the fact that I'm looking into salamanders. We can see the underwater life that these salamander larvae lead, and perhaps some adult two-line salamanders, northern reds if I'm lucky one day, and well, northern spring, right? That was the whole point of today. But with some new gear coming into play here, I'll be able to do that when I find one. So this is really, really great stuff that I've been able to use here, and it has been such a huge benefit in the way that I record and take photos. Yeah, so I've been able to take my photography and video recording to the next level, and I get to share it with all of you. And it gives me a greater appreciation, and hopefully all of you, of these really wonderful salamanders, because we get to see now a totally different perspective of how these salamanders live when they are larvae. So really successful trip today. I'm happy with it. Hope you all enjoyed. And until next time, stay curious and journey into the Salamander Wilds.